Mike Banzette worked his way up through the ranks of the Air Force, becoming a pilot, serving in Desert Storm and Operation Iraq Freedom. And before retiring, that is, from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And Mike joins us this morning with more on his book, The Flowershop in Baghdad. And thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure, Amber.
And, you know, working your way up to a pilot in the Air Force, some would definitely say that's the American dream. And is that pretty much how what the book highlights?
Well, no, because, again, I know that nobody knows me personally, so a lot of people wouldn't care about that story. I think the story itself is more important. I started out as an E1, and in this country, you can kind of achieve whatever it is you put your mind to. So that progression, I think, is unusual in many countries of the world. So that's why I wrote about me in the first part of the book.
And tell me about the inspiration behind this. I mean, of course, you can pretty much be anything that you want to be in this country, and your experiences in the military.
Well, as I traveled around the world with the military, and especially in Iraq, I was on the ground there for a year, and that's where it struck me that so much of the world is not like that. Seeing the limitations that other people have in their countries really said, I think I should draw those contrasts out in this book. So that's why I spend the first little bit of the book talking about my career. Again, it's representative of many careers, but then we go into what I saw and what happened in Iraq.
And again, a flower shop in Baghdad. And what's behind this title?
Well, that's at the very end of the book. I try and tie that thread for you, but without spoiling it, there's a Iraqi colonel, and he would go over and over. He was such a timid little guy, and he hated the military, but under the Saddam regime, he felt that that was the safest place to be, ironically, because Saddam had to take care of his military. So, but really what he wanted to do was have a flower shop.
Right.
And I talk about how that turned out for him.
That's pretty cool. And so what are you hoping that the readers walk away with this?
An appreciation of this country, for one, and then an appreciation for the Iraqis, what they went through, their courage, because I talk about some of their college graduates, the young men and women that were joining up with the Iraqi Air Force, and how brave they were, because they had to live in those communities where there was people hunting them. And so an appreciation for not only this country, but how American exceptionalism is translated into even combat operations. They didn't trust me because of who I was. They trusted me because I had the American flag on my suit.
And for those listening, how difficult was it to climb up through the ranks becoming a pilot?
Well, you have to keep your nose clean, and that was my struggle. But again, there's a lot of support built in. I think the higher-ups try and watch over the younger folks and mentor them. That's the point of the military, is they want you to progress and become more than what you are now. Okay. So I had a lot of support.
And again, a flower shop in Baghdad. Where can people pick up this book?
You can go into Barnes & Nobles and order, but it's on Amazon. Springboro Spirits, ironically, has it in Springboro, and the Springboro Fan Store has it. Check their Facebook page. I'll be there signing books or sometime in the future.
An exciting read, especially with the strong military base that we do have out here. And for more on the book, A Flower Shop in Baghdad, log on to fox45now.com and click on Fox 45 in the morning.